What is time travel, and is it paranormal? We all remember Arnold Schwarzenegger, the cyborg assassin, sent back to kill Sarah Connor. And then, of course, to come back and save Sarah Connor and John Connor. And Doctor Who, the eccentric yet compassionate extraterrestrial Time Lord who zips through time and space to solve problems and battle injustices across the universe. And who can forget about Back to the Future? Marty McFly and the wacky Doc Brown, who travel back in time and to the future in a DeLorean. But these are movies and TV shows, so the question remains, does time travel exist? And my question is time travel paranormal? That's what we're going to be looking into today. Hello everyone. Hi Mystic. Hi Bama. Hi Mads. Hey West Haven. How are you? Hello Troy and Marnie.
Hello, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Doing good.
Good. Trying to get this. Pushing the wrong buttons. Hi, Miss Marnie. How is everyone tonight? I need my glasses. I can't see the chat. My eyes are getting so bad.
I'm Mystic, Bama, Mads, West Haven, Marnie's hanging around.
Hi, Laura.
Hey, Laura.
West Haven said, hey, blue people.
Blue.
I hope everyone's okay.
Almost the end of the week.
I was got lost in this video I was watching. I was like, oh crap, it's time to go on.
I've been watching some interesting stuff. I've been trying to catch up on YouTube videos too, and I've seen a couple of past life put up. I love his explorations.
Yeah.
But then I was catch up on some Travel Channel stuff and the Allen House in Arkansas. I watched that the other night. That was really interesting. I guess they do tours there now, but it was haunted by a lady that killed herself. And then a family finally ended up buying it because the lady who owned it said, I feel like the Lord's saying it's okay to sell it to you.
Yeah.
And the spirit guided the husband upstairs to an attic and drew him to a place where there was some boards that were loose. And he pulled them apart, and there was some letters in there that kind of pretty much explained why she ended up killing herself. And it was because of a guy she loved but couldn't have. So it was interesting.
You sound like me. I've been down this like rabbit hole. Like literally, I'll start with one video and I end up somewhere way totally different. But always, I've got discussion videos for the next 3 or 4 weeks now because of the stuff that I've been watching. Time travel being one of them. Don't worry about that, Mads. They'll come back.
Mine's been going up and down.
We lose subscribers every time we go live. Every single time we put out a video.
Yeah, I'll lose 2, 3, sometimes 5 or more, and then they'll pop back up all of a sudden.
Yeah.
I think it's YouTube.
Yeah. Bama, I just wanted to say that I appreciate you so much for sharing as much as you do on Twitter and everything else, all of our live streams and videos and all that. We really appreciate that.
Yeah, he is wonderful.
Yes, he is.
This is a great community. We got a great bunch of people. Love them.
Hey
Lady C.
Okay, the ghosties are starting to make noise. We're talking about time travel tonight, y'all. They're wanting to come out and play. And we definitely feel the love, Bam.
I'll be right back, Amy.
Okay. We appreciate it more than you know. So I will tell you all a good way to share your videos out, but I will also tell you a bad experience with it as well. So I have started putting, let me get my camera. I got to get my jacket on. I'm freezing. I have started putting, my hair is tonight. I've started putting some of our videos up on Reddit. Just sharing them in some of the little subreddits there. That actually did help us get quite a bit of views. I mean, we did get quite a bit of views from it. So I think that's a good idea if you want to do it. My advice is be very careful where you post your stuff. I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I'm losing my voice, I think. Be very, hi Frugal, my favorite farmer. How are you? I have you down on our prayer list still, Frugal. Hey, Ghost Rider. So Reddit is a good place to share your videos. But so for the last couple of weeks, I've been sharing videos there. Gotten quite a bit of views from them. From all the videos that I posted on there, I got massive views, which was awesome. But I got banned yesterday. I went to go share our video that we put up yesterday, the part 2 of the Hill House. Went to go post it, and apparently I was banned because I was a YouTube spammer.
Oh my gosh.
So I'm not even sure what I mean, I'm assuming they were saying that I was, but in all the subreddits that I was in, it was Chills TV or Chills, and the R Paranormal and something else. They banned me from all of them, but everyone on there puts their YouTube links, their video links. And I only posted on there maybe once every 3 or 4 days. You know, I put my tags and everything in there, but apparently somebody didn't like it or something. I don't know. But it was the bot, what are they called? The bot mod is what it called it. That's what it said. Ban me was the bot mods. And so, yay. So I won't be sharing there no more. Apparently, we got a few subscribers from that. So I would suggest sharing your videos there. I'm going to try to make my own subreddit that people can share on where I can make my own rules. And then maybe that'll help some people too. But yeah, definitely go share your videos on Reddit, but be careful and make sure you read the rules and everything for each Reddit or each subreddit, because every single one of them has different rules apparently. I appreciate it. My truck is totaled, and that's the adjuster out for giving me the run around on a rental vehicle. I'm so sorry for a while. I was hoping that wouldn't happen. How's your shoulder? And is the corona still taking the pain away? I'm not really sure, Ghost Rider. I'm assuming that it's just like a robot moderator, like just an automated.
I think that's what it is, Amy.
Like an automated.
I've heard of that too. Yeah.
And that's the problem with a lot of stuff like that is if there's a certain keyword in there or anything, just like on YouTube, while the computers are running everything. I've had several videos that said they were not meant for all people, and there's nothing wrong with them. And as soon as you put it in for review, then it comes back saying, oh yeah, it's fine, but you've already lost that 1,000 views that you already got. So either they're doing it that way on purpose, so the main views are already gone and they don't have to pay for them, or something. Hello, Donna. Good to see you. That's all right, Bama. You go on. I understand. Not good. Doctor denied me. Oh, my Lord. Fergal, I knew. Oh, my Lord. You still are not able to get your sponge baths.
Oh my gosh.
So
By the way,
sorry.
Amy, it's Marty. I'm like filling in for Troy
I
for a second.
That's all right. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Yeah,
Good.
nothing exciting to report. I hope you're doing good. You look beautiful.
Thank you. I'm tired.
I
I am
heard
actually
that.
really exhausted, and I'm losing my voice. It's
It's telling you to get in the bed.
It is. It really is. I've been trying to go to bed early every night, and then it's usually 1 o'clock, and then I'm usually up. Well, the last couple of nights I've gotten in bed at least by midnight 30, and but I have to get up around 3:30. But I haven't been getting out of bed till like 4:15, and then I'm rushing around trying to get ready. So
Yeah, that's rough.
been away. My bestie been real ill with stage 4 lung cancer. Oh, I'm so sorry, Donna. Prayers for you and for her family.
Oh yeah.
Hello, Mariah. We also have some other prayers. As always, please keep our farm girl in your prayers and Julie from a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And 303 Paranormal. I'm sure most of you know who that is. He lost 2 family members to the coronavirus. So,
oh no.
Please keep him in your prayers and his entire family. Thank you, Mariah. I gotta text my wifey back real quick. Seems like there's so much loss and stuff right now. We just buried one of our coworkers. She was a volunteer, and I've known her for most of my life here in Nocona, but I've worked with her for the last 10 years. She was a very sweet lady. She had a massive heart attack in her sleep, and it was such a shock.
Oh, that's really bad. Yeah, we are losing, and it seems like we've probably been losing some of these things already.
Yeah.
But since we're all kind of down, it's like we get
It's
kicked
so
even
much
harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so much worse.
It is.
Thank you, Bama. I am a little chipper tonight for some reason.
Marnie always sounds happy and upbeat.
Oh, thanks.
She should be here soon, Donna. Yes, definitely. We are definitely praying for him, Bama, and his entire family. I hated seeing that. Do you know there's one good and one consistent thing that I can say that we all have, and that's each other. Because no matter how bad of a day I have, I can come on here and go to anybody's live stream or anybody, and my day just gets better.
Oh,
I miss Crazy. Hey, Troy. The older you get, it seems you're losing friends and family at a faster rate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand that completely, Frugal. I understand it completely. Hello, Miss Crazy. Same here. Yeah. I feel like I'm sound down or sad because of my voice. I probably sound a whole lot worse than I normally do. Layne is babysitting.
Oh, I bet she has fun doing that. She's the one that's always chipper too.
Yeah, she's been having a bad couple of days though. I think this weekend will help her though, because we're going on a road trip. We're going to go do some filming. I think she's got cabin fever.
Oh yeah, that might help.
Yes.
Send our love.
Oh my Lord, Frugal. Go hang up them old truck.
Oh, that's funny.
Trying to clear this up on my phone real quick. So we have some really awesome places we're going to this weekend. I can't say what they are yet because we want everybody to kind of be surprised about them. But I really love the places that we're going, and it's going to be awesome. And one of the places is going to have kind of a background with my grandfather. So I'm excited to add him kind of into the video some. I never got to meet him because he died when I was really, really, really young. But so I guess I did meet him, but I just don't remember it. But I do know a lot of his history and the things that he went through as a child. And so this video is going to be kind of cool to do.
That sounds great. I really can't wait to see where y'all go.
It's going to be cool. Like one of the places is going to be, and it's the places like, yeah, you want to go and you want to do an investigation, but you also kind of want to just go to show your respect.
Okay.
So it's going to be like I don't know. It's going to be cool to see it, but then it's also going to be sad because.
Oh, like at one of those bittersweet places.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if it's not too far away, maybe you can go back.
Yeah.
Soon,
My cross is not spinning, Mystic. I think Mystic smoked something or something before he comes in here. Oh, Twinkie, my caseworker decided he's going to try and get my disability. I finally got a letter. That's awesome, Donna. That is awesome. I understand the stuff that you're going through because my mom has been fighting with disability for the last year. And she's finally got a phone call today that was very positive. She's not holding her breath. But she definitely is a little more optimistic than she was before. Hi, Henry. Congratulations on your 400. Hi, Anita. Oh, Troy, I so want to get to Gettysburg so bad.
Don't we all?
That would be awesome. You're very welcome, Hensley. Congratulations. Troy, would you like to come up? Tonight we're going to kind of be discussing time travel. And, I have all these major things that I want to discuss, right? So I'm sitting here and I'm making a list and I'm all excited about it. And I'm making the thumbnails and, because I try to do thumbnails in advance so I don't have to rush and do them. And then I'm like, what the heck do I know about time travel? and then Cody tells me, he says, well, that's kind of why it's a discussion.
That's true. Yeah. What do any of us know?
There are bits and pieces. And then I was like, yeah, that's true. I know a little bit about time travel, but nothing major. I know a few bits and pieces of all the shows that I've watched, and I believe in a sense that it's real, Ghost Rider. I'm just trying to figure out how. Okay, Troy. Now maybe soon they will do my cochlear implants. Well, I hope so, Donna. That will help you so much.
Well, we did the switcheroo, so I'm back.
Oh, Lord. It's a different person.
It's me.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Time travel, like they say, future is now. True. Have any of y'all seen the 20? What is his name? 2028 man on TikTok. Please tell me you've seen this guy. The most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't think I have.
Okay, so this guy makes a TikTok account, and he says that he is from 2028. He was sent back here during this time right now as punishment because of all the things that are fixing to happen in the world.
Oh, Lord.
He says in August, in the middle of August, Texas is going to have a huge hurricane that's going to wipe out Houston.
Oh, Lord.
He says all this ridiculous stuff. And, okay, so he supposedly comes back from the future. He's only here for 3 days and already has merch.
Oh,
So yeah, then he ends up selling his channel, his TikTok channel, to somebody else, and then he makes another channel. It's ridiculous, some of the stuff that he said.
I don't know. People like that do anything for a buck.
And you obviously know it's fake, so why can I not stop watching this stupid crap?
I think it's sometimes it's just to see how far they'll go.
How
and
stupid they'll get.
Yeah, and then, see if somebody finally, or they mess up somewhere along the line and really show that all this is just bull crap. I think that's usually what happens.
Exactly.
I don't know.
So tonight we're going to be discussing time travel, and as always, everyone has a right to their opinions. Please be respectful of everyone's opinion. They may not agree with you. You may not agree with them, but that's what a discussion is. So be respectful of each other. If people come in and they're not respectful, they will be asked to politely leave, and if not, they will be made to leave. Because we want this to be a good discussion, and we want people to be able to voice their opinions. I believe, but I also don't believe. I'm on the fence. So, and there's so many pictures out there that just, it's like, okay, really, you're going to put that up and say that is a time travel photo? But yeah.
Yeah, people can insert CGI and all that stuff.
And with the technology nowadays, it's crazy. But some of these photos were made a while back. So the person was really talented, for one, but you can still tell it's fake. Laura, I understand that completely. And with Laura's deal right there, let's go ahead and ask that question. If you could go back in time, what time would you go to?
I think I'd go back to, part of me would probably go back to my childhood. There's grandparents I miss, and I just want to see my grandparents again. And I guess if you wanted to go back even further and go into history and see things like George Washington or Abraham Lincoln, that'd be kind of cool too.
I'm not exactly sure when I would go back to. And that's it's scary to think about, though, because if time travel does really exist, and you go back in time and you do that one little thing, it just messes up everything. And then you have to come back to
a new reality.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
Well, see if you could go back in time, but just be a bystander that can't mess with anything. All you can do is just watch.
That would be better.
That would be better. So, I would go back to the time of Jesus, but when he started getting beaten and stuff, I'd be pretty angry at that point. But if you could be just a bystander and not be able to touch or do anything, that would be really cool.
I think that would be the only way it'd be possible. Because I've seen pictures, where they kind of do the graphs that goes in a circle. Hello, Cassie. Hello, Cooper.
Hello.
you know, it has the son is born, the blah blah blah, the blah blah blah, and then this person happens, and then when it goes back, you weren't even born.
Yeah.
So do you just disappear? Like,
yeah, I would think
it's crazy.
so.
Hardcore.
I'm a big fan of the Flash show, and Flash they have really dove into that a lot.
Yeah.
Where he goes back in time to try to save his parents and stuff, but he loses his powers in the future, and he has to go back and allow his mom to die so he can still, and it's crazy.
Exactly.
You can mess up so much,
and that would be hard to like make those decisions.
Mhm.
Corbin said he would go back to 1969 with what I'm now. My mom died when I was 12, so yeah. It's been like 22 years. So I would love to go see her again. Oh, Laura.
Mm-hmm. I can understand that.
Yeah.
I've often thought how cool it could be if you could have a pair of sunglasses or some kind of big glasses and just rotate it and then wherever you're standing, you can see the past in that place.
Yeah.
Like if you're standing in the middle of like downtown Asheville here or something,
that would be so cool.
You wound it, you wouldn't touch anything, you wouldn't hurt anything, but all you could do is just see the past. That would be real cool.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Fergal said he would go back to Old Salem. They would think if you went back to Old Salem, they would think you were a witch. Are you saying I would look like do I look like a witch, or they would think I was a witch?
Oh Lord.
I get called a witch now, like in this time, so I can imagine.
Oh my God. Lord. I don't know, it'd be interesting to go back and see what you could, but you could also do that, but you could solve a lot of unsolved mysteries too. A lot of cold cases. You just go back and say, oh, that's the person that did it. We got them.
Yeah.
And then come back to the future, tie the DNA to it and say, there you go.
Donna said, I think I would be too scared to go back or go ahead in time. I don't want to go ahead. That's one thing I don't want to do. I don't want to know my future. Even them deals they have on Facebook, them stupid little quiz thingies that says, oh, this will be the time that you're going to die. I don't do those. I don't want to know. Even I know that's fake. I know it's the fakest crap out there, but I don't want to know.
Well, and people talk about time travel, but if you look in the Bible and you look at Daniel, Revelations, and Daniel showed the future, John showed the future, Jesus tells about the future. So time travel, in a way, has already been proven through the Bible, but it wasn't like Daniel could go stop anything or John could stop anything. They were just seeing what they saw. So the future's already, in a way, happened. We just hadn't got to that point.
Yeah. The person would not look like exactly. That's another thing. Like if you went back in time and you were wearing like could you imagine me going back into the Wild West with what the paranormal? I mean, and even all these TV shows when they go back to the Wild West and they're wearing like these bright colored Western outfits and stuff, and then everybody else is like in black and white.
Yeah.
Hello. You're gonna stick out like a sore thumb.
Yeah, you will.
They used to call me the Flash till the cops come out.
Oh my Lord, Fergal.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah. Yeah, the Bible does tell the future. It to that point of the end days, it does. I mean, people have to get us to that point. If you believe in the Bible, you know that there's people that has to get us to that point of one world order and all that stuff. So.
Yeah. I mean, I believe that time travel is going to be a possibility. I do believe that, but I don't believe that it's going to be in our lifetime.
Well, there's been shows that talked about some guys. I don't remember who he was, but anyway, he said him and Barack Obama had traveled to the past when they were younger. But Barack's never said anything about it. But but this guy seriously believes, I guess, or trying to get people to believe that he traveled through time. So.
All right, so that Laura, you brought up another very, 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 very good deal. She said, I would go to the future just to see the winning lotto numbers. You would think that we would have a lot more millionaires if people could actually get to the future and find out because they could get the lotto, the bookie deals, the scores, just like in Back to the Future. Whenever he gets that almanac, of all the scores and stuff, it's Lord help me. I'm dealing with a 2-year-old that's throwing the most outrageous temper tantrum in the world. She got her binky taken away. Give that girl back her binky.
I thought he was talking about Buddy for a minute.
Yeah, was it Buddy?
Was it Buddy? But you know what you could do if you couldn't travel, if you didn't want to travel to the future, okay, you get the win lottery numbers tonight. You go back one day, put those lottery numbers in, and you win the next day.
There you go.
Or just go back earlier in the day and do it.
See, Troy's thinking outside the box.
I've thought about that before. I thought, well, you know, I could actually go, wait till 11:30 whenever they pull, get the numbers, go back in time, put those numbers in, and then
Yep, that would work.
And then you're set. And you really haven't changed too much of the past.
Time travel would be in the realm of the fourth dimension. Very true. Back in the witch trials, if you had just had a gift for chemistry at the time, I think it was called alchemy, they seen you as a witch, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, they did. I mean, at first, it was like questionable, the first couple of them, because of what happened to the one guy's daughters and, you know, all that other stuff. But then it was like, oh, you sneezed and it sounded funny. You're a witch.
Right.
If we burn you at the stake and you come back to life, that means you're a witch. Okay, well, if you don't come back to life, well, we're sorry.
We're sorry.
You weren't a witch.
God. Now, they had some crazy ideas back then.
How do people have the ability to tell the future? And that's exactly true, Anita. But I don't think it's so much that they have the ability to tell the future. I think it's that because most people that do that, they speak with spirits. And so is it spirits that can see the future? Is it, you know? Hello, exploring Stranger Things UK. How are you? Welcome. Butterfly Effect.
Yeah. I do remember that movie vaguely.
Butterfly Effect was like the coolest. And I kept getting so frustrated. I'm like, no, don't do that. Because you know what's going to happen. I haven't seen that movie in forever. I'll have to watch that.
I hadn't either. It's been a long time.
I'm freezing. I hope y'all can't hear Cody's alarm clock because it's going off like crazy.
Time travel is an interesting subject.
So how do you, okay, for those of you who do believe in it, and like I said, I believe in both. I'm on the fence. I believe in it, but I don't believe in it. I believe in everything really, but I just don't. Let me rephrase that. I believe in it. I just don't know how it's done. So my question is, if you believe in it, how do you think it's done? Do you think that they go through a portal, like a wormhole? Do you think they use a machine? Do you think it's just like they have a doorway that they just open and go through? Or how do you think it's possible?
I want to jump in here just a second because I had on my Google, I have a alert that pops up when certain things come up. I'm not making this up. This had popped up. It said Ryan Reynolds and Sean Levy time travel adventures moved to Netflix from Paramount. Kid you not.
See, we can tell the future. We knew that was coming.
I'm
gonna turn my app on while we're doing this too, just to have something extra. Hi, Jim Adams. Weekends distort time. A day goes by 5 minutes. That I do believe in, Jim. My opinion, I think they open a portal. I think the government has a lot to do with it if you've watched a lot of shows. The movie Interstellar, that's a good movie. I've heard it's like a wormhole, like the Flash. He can do time travel. So like the fast.
You have to be fast.
And to spin around the earth so many times and go back.
And it's what is it? The space-time continuum, and there's all kinds of words and names I can't remember. But Yeah, I mean, you have to have a certain amount of speed in order to get
Right.
to whatever point. But see, with Flash too, he can see glimpses of places he's at, and he knows where. Okay, I got to jump into that spot right there at that right time, and it's amazing.
Hey, Sherry, love you.
I
So
did.
I was thinking earlier, um, the wormholes, they're like two sections. It's like a tunnel,
Hmm.
right? And so it's like a huge distance of time in between space,
Hmm.
right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong because I don't know a whole lot about
I
all this.
think you're. Yeah.
Hello, genocide. So I'm thinking that maybe, and this is just my opinion, but
Hmm.
like in order to get from one location to another,
Hmm.
the portal is like say you have a tunnel here, but the portal is like overlapped.
Hmm.
And so maybe it's like a shortcut. So like, hold on. I mean, okay. So you have a portal here, and it's a tunnel that shoots straight through. But maybe that's like this. Okay.
Hmm.
And so instead of going this way to this way, maybe it's like a straight shot through.
That could be it.
That doesn't probably make any sense to anybody else, but I was trying to think of like how, if these, and I will go ahead and tell y'all next week's discussion on Thursday night is going to be the Bermuda Triangle.
Hmm.
So I'm not going to get into all that yet, but something like that is like where it just kind of, Amy, you would be bending the space time. I would not know what I was doing. A wormhole, just a hole through
Hmm.
space. It's like a tunnel. I got warm air. I want some warm air. I'm freezing.
Well,
Um,
what's that in? What is it? Is it Switzerland or Netherlands where they have the hydron, whatever it is? It's called that big old huge thing. It drills into the center of the earth,
yeah.
and they're trying to find these little black holes and stuff.
Mhm.
And of course, what I was reading was the black holes are just so small it wouldn't make a difference for anything. But
Yeah.
if you open that up and a black hole open, what could that, they say that is where you can travel through time too. I don't
Yeah.
know. There's a lot of controversy about that thing.
I'm good, Stranger Things. How are you doing? See, and Troy, it makes sense to me too, but it's like, so like, if that's a shortcut,
Uh-huh.
and because you have to be like, I guess, super fast to be able to get through time.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I'm thinking that the wormholes would be the best. I mean, unless you have a DeLorean that goes 80 something miles an hour.
Uh-huh. Well, then the date's set. So wherever once you get past that 88 miles an hour, you're going to be wherever
And
you set it.
how do they do that? So
Uh-huh.
like, do you just shoot through it and just end up wherever the heck you want to be? Do you end up in the same town that you left from? Do
Uh-huh.
you end up in just anywhere?
Yeah, I don't know. Well,
Toner.
I would say you end up wherever you started. So if you started at the Alamo, let's say, and you
Mhm.
want to go back to where the war was, you'd end up back at the Alamo at that point in time. I mean, if that makes sense. I want to say wherever you start, that's where you're going to be. It's all going to look different,
Right.
you know. And of
You're
course,
going to stand out like a sore thumb.
mhm. And see, like Mad said, Hitler's scientists tried that. They did. And they had this thing
Yeah.
called the Bell, where they
Hmm.
tried to use something like that to time travel with. And I don't know how advanced they were with this stuff, but the United States government was a little suspicious about what was going on. I think they were a little worried about it. But like I said, I don't know what exactly the Hitler and his people were trying to do with that. But if he could have time traveled, he'd been the kind of person who would have done it just to take over everything. If he could go back in time. So
Mystic says, what about it being like the show Quantum Leap? I've
mm,
only watched A little bit of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I know the basics of it. That's basically what it was like. But
Mm-hmm. Jumping into somebody else's body.
I think that's where Area 51 steps in.
Yeah, the Philadelphia Experiment was another one.
Missy Layne, we love you. And we know Pawpaw's being mean right now. Elena, can you hear us? We love you.
Hey, Rich, what's up?
Hi, Rich. Love you. If you think about it, if you go back in time with the time machine, will the time machine exist once you go back? Very good question, Matt.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think whatever you would take with you would still be there.
I'm
Even
bringing
though,
up Georgie.
I don't know. Hey, Georgie. Even though it's a little bit, I don't know. Hey, Brendan. That's a tough one.
That is a tough one. That's a very good question, though.
Well, when Back to the Future, the car stayed wherever, whatever time frame it was. So, maybe. But you think about it. If you needed something for that, for the car or for whatever time machine you were using, you're probably not going to get it in the past because it's not been created yet.
Right.
So that would be.
So then you'd be stuck.
Then you're stuck.
I would love to visit Egypt 5,000 years ago. That would be awful sandy. I don't know how well I'd do in all that sand.
I don't know.
But I think it would be very cool to see who actually built them pyramids.
Yep.
The aliens or the Egyptians.
I tell you what, that took a lot of Egyptians. If the Egyptians did it and all that. I mean,
yeah,
pulling and tugging and whatever.
Hey, buddy, the original The Time Machine 1960s is one of my favorite movies.
That is a good one. It's been a
while.
Like
I'm time traveling when I'm on the toilet sometimes.
Oh my
Corbin.
What about time traveling in your dreams?
That would be awesome, though.
Mm-hmm.
If it was like, if you could really go back and see like the real.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you do go back in your dreams sometimes, I mean, that's a good question too.
But see, okay, I'm sure probably everybody's had dreams of like where I live now was where my grandparents lived. They had a different house and everything here. But I dream of that house. Dream walking through it, being in there in it. It's not like a vague dream. It's just like being there. And, so in a way, maybe that's time travel too. Just
right.
sleep. Of things we remember in good times or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, it's time traveling.
Yeah. See, Laura, I think if you did mess with stuff in the past, that it would mess up some of the future. But could you imagine going up to yourself? Like, if I went up to myself 10 years ago, oh, Lord, I'd be afraid of what I'd see. I mean, it would be cool to see how far you come, but then if your other self actually saw you.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, I was drinking a lot back then. I probably wouldn't have thought anything of it. Been like, oh, there's a mirror.
Going back talking to yourself as a child, like maybe teens, probably preteens or teens.
Right.
And, but see, if you said, hey, don't do this because this is going to, mess you up or something, then you change the entire future at that point. Because if you listen to your future self and you don't do that, then the timeline changes. And that's another thing I was trying to think of, timelines.
Yeah.
The timeline would change. So, you and I may not be doing paranormal stuff. And maybe we had something else going on that we didn't have time to do stuff like this. And you wouldn't have, or you wouldn't be working at this place. You'd be working at this place because, the whole timeline would change. And who you marry, your kids, that whole thing would then get affected.
Sherry said this entire conversation feels like deja vu to me. Rich would go back and kick his own butt. And Stoner made a good point. He said time travel is kind of like astral projection. You can't really interact with you are more like a phantom observer.
Yeah. So that's what would be better.
Exactly, Sherry. Have you done it, Stoner?
I think that's right.
Time up. If you've seen yourself and the other you've seen you, then you melt into mush.
Oh Lord. I don't know. You know, you look at Back to the Future when Marty went back and almost messed up his parents getting together. Him and his brother and sister started disappearing.
Yeah.
So that would, but now if you, like Storm was saying, if you go back and you're just observing, you can't do anything.
You said, I got darkness on my deal. Yeah, that would be, I think that would be exactly how it would have to be. Just so you can't mess with anything.
Yeah. But, you go back and you see family just passed on. I mean, it's really going to affect you, too. I know it would me. Seeing my grandparents again, I would break down and cry. I know it would.
Right.
But it would be a happy,
Troy said that too, Rich. Go back and observe Jesus.
Yeah. And that's what I was saying. When she got to the point where he started getting beaten and stuff, that would tear me up, But I guess if you're observing, then that's different. Then you can't interfere with what they were doing to him. But still.
Rob, you know that she just listened to her Auntie Amy, and she said, "I'm gonna be good because Auntie Amy's talking to me." If it wasn't for my ex, I would not have met Lori, and therefore I would not have met any of you wonderful people. So that is one thing I would not change. Oh, Laura, we love you. Yeah, time is kind of an illusion. What we see as time is just a memory. Very true. I'd go back and start my channel over. Why, Corbin? You have an amazing channel.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I'll repeat this real quick. I know we're right in the middle of a conversation, but post your stuff on Reddit, people. Go to the subreddits, go to Reddit. We have been getting a crap ton of views from Reddit, but make sure you pay attention to the tags and to the rules for each subreddit because you will get blocked like we did.
Oh, Lord.
For YouTube spamming.
Oh, my Lord.
So, but go to Reddit. Post your stuff in different subreddits on Reddit. They will find you. They will come watch. I wouldn't be able to watch it. Watch the
Well, here's another thing that we talk about too is the parallel universes. And if time travel happens, would that bust that open too? Would you travel back in time in another universe and be like, wait a minute, this was nothing like I remember.
Right.
Wonder how if that would ever cross over.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of.
Bama has a very good point too. He said, but people who are sensitive to spirits might still be able to interact with themselves. I wonder if that would be true.
Maybe. Never thought about that.
Got my first hater from Reddit the other day, laugh out loud. All the time. But you know what they say? When you have haters, that means you're doing good.
Yeah.
If you could go back in time and had the ability to team up with your past self to screw with your ex, would you? Oh, definitely.
Oh, God.
Most definitely. You know it, Mystic.
Well, and there's people who've also said too, like that little voice in your head that tells you sometimes don't go down that road, don't do it. Some people have said, of course, that could be your guiding angel, of course.
Yeah.
Or is it your future self somehow communicating with this point in time and saying, look, you can't drive down this way, you can't go this way, you can't. That has been brought up. I thought it was just being like a like an angel maybe protecting you, but I've never thought maybe your future self trying to stop you from doing
Right.
something you shouldn't do. I don't know. And what's the other thing where people like the outer body experiences they've talked about, where they've been able to travel? I don't think I could do that.
No.
Plus, they say demons can take over your body while you're out.
I think if I had an outer body experience, I'd be staying right there saying, "Let me back in my body." I want to redo this week laugh out loud.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, it happens, Rich, and you handled yourself very well. I'm proud of you.
That was crazy.
Yeah, you handled yourself very well. I don't think you can travel back in time because space and time is constantly moving forward. So something else is there, and there is nothing at all.
That's good.
Very good point as well. That's why I say I'm on the fence. I believe in it, but I don't. And it's not that I don't. It's that I don't know how it's done. And so if I don't know how something's done, I want to discuss it so I can. That's what I was just saying earlier. I have all these things that I want to talk about. And then I told Cody, I said, well, I don't know a daggone thing really about time travel other than what I've seen, and read. And he's like, well, that's why they call it a discussion. So other people can discuss it with you.
That's a good point. And like I said, I think that's why I like The Flash so much, because, whether the comic books or the show or whatever, it just opens up an idea for a discussion, but of course they're able to time travel and do all that stuff on the show, which then makes you think, if this is possible, would it have to be speed? Or like you say, a wormhole you had to hop into and kind of, how do you do that, It'd be interesting to see how that would work.
I just got on my deal. It said jumped, and then it said darkness, and then troubled, and then it said I am mad.
Oh Lord!
And then it said jumped again.
Well, jumping, I got jumped in my last video I did at Hell's Bridge. That's been coming up a lot lately too,
and that was very cool. And I hate to change the subject, but that was probably one of the coolest EVPs that I've heard in a long time. Is you're on Hell's Bridge where a woman was supposedly hung herself on the bridge, and it said up and then jump.
Right, and I was right underneath the bridge when it said that. That
was very cool.
So that's why I went and said up, and I thought, up. Okay, let me pan up here and see what's going on. And then it said jump, and I can't figure out exactly. Okay, was it the spirit trying to entice me to get up there and jump? Demons can do that, or was it a spirit actually jumping?
Right.
I don't know. I don't know. That was interesting. That it's never a dull moment up there.
Rich, you seem to do that very well a lot. There's a lot of times I've seen you stop and just take a breather and then do what you would want other people to do. And so I am very proud of you for that. I, on the other hand, have a mouth. And so I just took your cue and just left it alone.
Yeah.
Out of body is cool. Possession is scary, of course. That picture of a girl on a cell phone from back in the 1910s or so. They also have a picture of that one. Was it an actor? Who was it? Abbott and Costello? No, not Abbott and Costello. Who was it? Was it Abbott and Costello? It looked like he had a cell phone up to his ear.
Oh yeah, well it's an older movie. I don't remember what it's black and white.
And then they have one of a girl that's walking with looks like a cell phone in her hand. But all them pictures, the more I look at them, the more I'm like, eh.
Yeah, the video of the lady with they keep saying a cell phone to her hand. Was it just that maybe she was just scratching her head, or Charlie Chaplin? There you go.
Yeah, for the chat. Thank you.
You know, but she was dressed in that time frame.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of.
Good night, Mads. Love and hugs to y'all.
Not Mads.
You know, maybe there is a way to time travel in water because there is a lot of ocean that no one has been because it is too deep. Maybe a wormhole down in the deepest part of the oceans. There also could be a 75,000 foot squid down there too.
Yep.
So I will never go to find out.
Monster. I don't swim.
Like every single movie about them drilling to a certain depth or them going to the depths of the ocean, they find like a huge squid or ain't gonna be. There is an object in her hand, but I don't think it was a cell phone either. I think it may be something that looks kind of like a cell phone. But you know, even still, it could have been somebody that was prototyping something. They could have had an idea for something back then that it may not even have been a cell phone. But I mean, look like, what's his name? That was on the video. Leonardo da Vinci made the model plane, but it was still 400 years before a plane became a reality. So just because they had something that looked like a cell phone, it may have been a prototype for something else. It could have been something they were building that eventually looked similar to a cell phone.
Well, here's another thing to think about too. The lady that's walking by in that video, was she an extra in the video, or was she one of those like, oh no, they're filming, let me put my hand up so nobody sees me? I'm a little embarrassed. That could be a possibility.
Yes, very true. Good night, Mariah.
Night.
I just got the word likely.
Well, don't worry about it, Rich. I mean, you know,
they wouldn't have gotten involved unless they thought there was a need, and
and Omar felt there was a need.
Yeah. And I will say that you handled it very well, and a lot of people probably wouldn't have even said anything. But you know, sometimes you just got to let them know that it was seen, and what they did was not good. And then maybe that'll make them think about it. And if it doesn't, then oh well, they weren't meant to be around your channel anyway.
Well, and it's like I was telling Marnie, we was looking at that, and I said, you know, it's one thing to say, you know, call out, you know, people who do fake videos, but not say their name, you know.
Right.
And that's one thing. But when you start putting people's names in things or trying to debunk things or just downright, you know, cut them down or whatever, that's not right. You know, to me,
Paranormal voice.
I just don't care for people who get on YouTube and make their videos off of people who
exactly,
you know, your whole channel is dedicated to just cutting down whoever, or
you are spending your
debunking.
YouTube time, your YouTube career, downing other people's videos instead of making your own. How do you have any right to downgrade anybody else's videos or say anything about anybody else's videos when you don't even make them yourself?
Right. And I just don't agree with it. I think it's but you know, what goes around comes around, and that's how I've always believed. But you know, to me, I'm not going to. I may sit at home and look at people's videos and say, that's just not right. There's something wrong with that. But I'm not going to go on my channel and say, well, so and so's video. To me, I'm just, I don't know. I think people look down on you eventually when you start doing stuff like that. Paranormal voice.
Cooper says, I don't think you can travel. Hang on just a sec, y'all.
Mm-hmm. Well, hello to everybody I've not said hey to, just in case I missed. And just now I'm trying to read the chat too.
I don't think you can't travel back in time because time and space. Oh, okay, I read that one already. Hello, Risa. How are you?
I think. Hey.
But yeah, it's very true, Sherry.
I think we need to. One of the things about the past and the future and stuff was if you don't learn from it, you're doomed to repeat it.
Exactly.
But the Bible says too in Ecclesiastes, that which was, that which shall be again.
Amen. And I don't know, Layne. Biggest skeptic ever, but I do not say it. I love my friends. And we love you too. And I have no problem with skeptics whatsoever. None at all. I mean, if you enjoy my videos just for entertainment purposes only, that's fine. But if you like what we do as a paranormal team, then that's great too. If you don't like it, don't watch.
Yeah.
Not gonna have a problem with that either.
Mm-hmm.
My darling, hope you're good. I hope you are good too, John. Hello. Very nice concert that you put up, or that band was pretty cool. For everyone just coming in, please be sure to share this out and hit that. Thank you so much, Bama. But I don't like dwelling on the negative people on YouTube. I just, like I said,
It's exhausting.
I have a very soft face, but this mouth.
Oh, no, you can't control it.
Well, I can control my mouth a lot. I
No,
mostly can't control my facial features. They have a mind of their own.
I do it. I can't shut my mouth.
I can be looking at someone saying, "Oh, I love your hair," and my face is saying, "What the heck did you do to your hair?" What, Risa? Guess what? She said, "Guess what? What?" Waiting for the boss, so I am here for you. Amy. Oh, awesome, John. I'm not going to mention names on here, genocide. Just because.
Yeah. You don't want to stoop to that level.
Yeah.
But I mean, to me, I'm more concentrated on, as far as YouTube goes, I'm more concentrated on what I do and working in this community that we have, and I think that's important. And we bring in new people every now and then, and and I become a new person to somebody else's channel or whatever the case is. But I think what we should do always is try to build one another up, not beat each other. So.
Exactly. I'm just saying I don't believe everything I see or hear, but it's not my place to call it out. I'm not here for that. I'm here because this is my YouTube fam. Exactly, Sherry.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about you. Because I know you're not about paranormal. So anytime that you're here when we're discussing paranormal or when there's a video that you watch and it's paranormal, we always appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome, Risa.
Jan said, the bridge you mentioned graffiti when the spirits said orange spray paint underneath the two lines. Yeah, underneath the bridge, that's not actually spray paint. It's actually rust. But yeah, the bridge is graffitied on the side and on the very top of where. And the thing is with the bridge, it does not have it's not railings or anything up there. You could actually easily fall. I mean, you could walk right off that bridge there's not much of I don't know. There's no handrails or big, sides to that bridge. It's very, very low.
Yeah.
But they have, I've said it once. I'll say it again. You trash up an area like that, and spirits can get mad. So, I don't go in respect.
Bama said, my problem is that I don't have a shut up button. I tend to say the wrong thing without realizing it till later. Then facepalm, I should have had a V8. Yeah, I mean, every couple of months or so, you're going to get those things that just make you go, oh, why did I even start this? Why did I do this? And then you go and talk to your family on here, and then you're like, oh, yeah, that's right. That's why I did it.
Yeah.
And that's all that matters.
We get those people in chats too, and what I've found that if you ignore them when they're coming in there being trolls, that they go away. you're not giving them the attention. As long as you're not giving them attention, they'll go away.
I do the same thing with Buddy and Rob as I've been doing with trolls. We've been getting a lot of troll, and you know how YouTube will hold the comments, and we go on there and I'll see like 20 held comments, and I'm like, oh, great. But they'll like say, you're a fatty or something like that. And I'm like, oh, thank you so much for calling me beautiful. That was so sweet. And then I'll block them. But I do the same thing with Rob and them. I just turn their words around on them. And that's the only way to do it, is just to make something positive out of it. And I put this quote on Twitter earlier because I heard it. And of course, it's a channel that just I watch, that he keeps up with the news and all that stuff. And I kind of watch him every day just to kind of get updates on everything. But he said something last night on his live stream, and I had to write it down. I had to stop it, back it up, and write it down because I loved it. And he said, don't compare your worst day to someone else's Photoshop best day. And I just thought that was the best thing I'd ever heard. I go to the pub with ghosts because when it's their turn to buy the drinks, they disappear. I understand that, John. I've had some experiences, so I know some of it's real. I don't pursue it because it opens a door you might not want to step through.
It can.
I understand that completely. Just more about the love. Yes.
You're talking about comments and stuff, and I've not been getting all my comments. Sometimes, I mean, you've commented recently and stuff, and George and Jan and others. But one thing I will say, if you're commenting on somebody's video, I mean, you're being nice about it. That's great. But for people who may not know this, but if you put in what I'm saying is, if you put in, hey, liked your video, I subbed, would you like to sub back to me?
I like saying that.
It goes into spam, and you're probably never going to see it. So
exactly.
The best thing to do is just, comment on somebody's video and say, hey, nice video, whatever, stopping by, and then that does prompt people to go to your channel if you have videos, and they may subscribe to you, but I got a lot of spam because of that stuff.
We've dealt with a lot of people throughout our 3 years on YouTube, and most of them I haven't seen in a very, very, very long time, which isn't hurting my feelings any. And I mean that in the best way. But that just shows them, it doesn't matter what you say or do. It's not going to hurt me any. The sticks and stones may break my bones, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
But if this is something you're truly passionate about, and this is something that you want to do, and it's a dream of yours, you just don't let a comment of somebody that's on a keyboard take that dream away from you. So I've had to learn to just not let that bother me. It used to bother me bad. I used to get very defensive about it, and then I realized that wasn't doing nothing. All that was doing was making me look like I was hot-tempered and had an attitude, and you just can't do that.
Hey, Loretta.
Picked on most of my life, so I have learned to ignore them. We pick on you with love, buddy. You are my brother and always will be.
Oh, I got picked on at school and stuff like that. And over time, you just learn to accept people the way they are over here, and they're going to do what, But the thing is, a lot of times it's people when they're in a group, they seem big, but you get them by themselves, they're really not as big as they seem.
Right. Amen, Sherry. I agree with that completely. She says, I just don't think people should go to others' videos for the prime purpose of getting them to give back. I think it's rude personally, but maybe I'm in the minority. No, you're not. None of us like that. Hello, Michael Myers. Nice name. One of my favorite movies.
Well, that sub for sub thing was a big thing for a while. Then it really became a big,
That
huge
gets you
problem.
nowhere. That
was
absolutely gets you nowhere. It does not matter how many subscribers you have. If they're not watching your videos, it makes no difference.
Just makes your number look good.
That is very cool to have that name. He said, that's my real name. That is awesome.
Oh, sweet. That is cool. Well, you know, the sub for sub, and I was watching a video, a live stream. I'm not going to say who it was, but anyway, they were doing the sub for sub, and they said, hey, once we get this channel to 100 subscribers, we'll go to the next one. So they went up to 100, but before they went to the next channel, that person lost like 5 or 6 subscribers. Right. So they jolted it up, then unsubscribed. It's crazy.
Oh, I understand that, Risa. Believe me, it's very hard for me to keep up with everybody's too. Because there's so many people that I'm buttered to. If for anyone new, we say buttered your buns whenever you do go and support a channel. And if you want some amazing channels, there's a bunch of them in here right now. But only butter their buns if you plan on watching and supporting.
Yeah, I mean, everybody gets busy, and we do. I have to go back and catch up on people's as much as I can. But yeah, I mean, try to help one another out, things like that.
Good night, Rich. Love you too. You
Night,
have
Rich.
Give Rachel our love to you when you see her.
So I guess the big thing now is that what I can't even pronounce it. That Randa whatever it's called app.
And Nautica, we did it. We did one. We have a video on that. I'm not going to say how it worked out with us. You'll have to watch the video to see. But yeah, that's a pretty popular thing right now. I usually don't try to do the whole thing that everybody else is doing, but it seemed pretty interesting, and so I just wanted to give it a go. So me and Layne both did it. Of course, we were together, and it's interesting.
I'm a little skeptic on it, but now I will say this. Now, I've not filmed it or anything. I'm not decided that I'm actually going to start that on the channel or not. But Marnie said, just do it. And I said, okay, all right. So let me. My thought was, or whatever it's called, it was paranormal and haunted. It took us to a funeral home.
All right.
And she did it, and she wanted flowers, and it took us to a street, like Begonia Road or something.
Wow.
Yeah. So, and then there's been a couple of times we've just gone to a place like there's nothing here. Nothing makes sense as to what your expectations should have been. But it is interesting.
Good night, Troy. Love you.
Night.
Yes, Risa. We have known each other I think you were around right after we very first started. I remember the very first time you sent me a screenshot of something you found in one of our videos. Peanut butter jelly time. Oh, yeah.
That's good stuff. I love some peanut butter jelly.
Loretta, love you.
And then there's times too, we're talking about people we don't see on YouTube anymore, and it makes you wonder, what happened to them. Not so much they got mad at you or me, whatever, but it's just they just disappear all of a sudden. Maybe something personal in their life or whatever, things like that. So, and I always think about those, the ones we don't see, all the time. Not thinking did they get mad, but I'm thinking are they okay?
Have I heard what, Bama? If I was in it for the money, I would be the most skinny man in the world. And John, you should be very proud of your channel because you have an amazing channel. The food that you cook and you are so personable with everyone that comes in your channel. You should be very proud of your channel too. Yeah, he is. He messaged me and asked for your email and everything else. Sherry, he was worried about you. And Frugal is doing okay, everyone. He was here earlier. They did total his truck. So he's out of his truck now. His shoulder is still giving him fits. But he's very lucky that it wasn't worse than what it was.
Continued prayers.
Oh no, you did not, Bama.
Oh man. Oh.
Oh, I know you spend a fortune on your ingredients, John, because some of those dishes I would not be able to afford to lick the magazine cover on. But hopefully one day I will get to taste your cooking because they look so good. Sherry, I know I've sent you mail before, but I sent it to the other office. Do you have a way for me to be able to send you something? Because I have something for you. So if you will message me on Twitter or something. It stinks sometimes when life chooses to get in the way from watching the videos of the ones you're saying. Exactly, Mystic. And everyone's busy. I mean, we all do our own videos. And, you know, most 90% of us have full-time jobs as well. And so it's hard to get to everybody. But I watch a lot of people while I'm at work. I put my deal on there and I just watch videos all day long. And so sometimes I forget to go back and comment that I watched them, but I did watch them. Hi, Georgie.
Hello.
Hello, AJ. Okay, thank you, Sherry.
What's going on in George's world?
I'm coming for you. Awesome, John. Oh, what's wrong, KJ? I hope you feel better. I wish I wasn't so hard on myself when it comes to my channel. Sometimes I think my videos are not great, but I do work on them. Did you not watch my motivational video, Rob? It's on George's channel if you need to watch it.
That's funny.
Your best is going to be different from everybody else's, Rob. And as long as you're happy with it, that's all that matters. If you think you need to work on them more, work on them more. But you have a great channel. You have a great following. So quit second guessing yourself.
Just get out there and do the best you can. That's all you can do.
You go out and you have fun. As long as you're having fun, everyone watching your videos will have fun.
And one thing I've found too is don't try to overthink everything.
Exactly.
You know, that'll kill you every time. It'll wear you out.
That's true.
I mean, I would love to go to every haunted place and catch something and be the biggest thing you've ever seen on YouTube, but it's just not always happening. So there you go. I mean, and then I've always, when I first started doing videos, I was like, man, I don't edit worth a crap. I love to film. I can film okay, but the editing part, so it took time to figure out how I need to edit it right and add music to things sometimes. And
I've been editing our videos for 3 years, and I'm still finding stuff in my editing software that I never knew existed. I mean, as you go, you get better. And then like, I'm so lucky to have like Rich and Corbin and Rob, George will all send each other our thumbnails and we'll be like, hey, does this look good? Or do we need to add something in? Or does something need to take off? And, you're there too, Troy, and we'll ask questions like, please give us feedback, because we know that you will. And so we're lucky to have that because like Rich and Corbin, they're bad arse at editing. And so I love when they leave feedback or, something like that. But You just learn. You pick up stuff as you go, and then if you go back and watch your first videos, Rob, I guarantee you'll be proud of yourself of how far you've come. Because I know when I go back and watch my old videos, and then I come back and watch the ones that we're doing now, I'm like, dang, why didn't I know that stuff back then?
Oh yeah,
Big difference.
Well, my first video, I had my finger in front of the camera a little bit. I'm like, oh god. But I still
My
did
first
that.
video was sideways, not sideways in the sense is I held my phone straight up.
Oh yeah.
That time I just had a phone, held it straight up so it has them big old black bars on the side. And so like 25% of the comments said, if you turn your phone sideways, it will show the whole thing. And I'm like, oh, thank you. So the next time I turned it sideways, our first live stream, we could not see the chat. We didn't know how to bring the chat up. So me and Layne just sat there talking. Everyone else was having a conversation in the chat, but we had no clue what they were saying.
You just, see, like when I found in the editor was that I incorporate this a whole lot now. It's like when you have cuts between the videos and you have like, I don't know, like things can swipe around or it goes in a circle or, whatever. It takes you from one cut to the next without it just being, not making a lot of sense. I think that I don't know what that's called.
Transitions?
Yeah, the transitions. That's what it's called. So the transitions, I think, helps a lot too, because you can say, okay, yeah, he was here, but now he's here, and that's when he cut, and that makes sense now. And then added music to it once I figured that out. And the only thing I ever use is just free music. I'll never put any of that stuff. You had to put like links and stuff in. But I think that helped the video too. You just learn. I mean, you take a look at a good example of I don't know, Omar don't do all of his editing. I think he has people, it helps him a little bit, but he's good at editing. He's got a good idea at how to edit things. And but I think people used to get on to him about putting like jump scares and noise and music and stuff in it. But I really admire how he does, whether his vlogs or his haunted stuff. He does a great job at the editing part. So it just takes time and practice. So.
Oh, Loretta, honey, we understand you're going through a lot right now. So anytime any of you come spend time with us, we appreciate it more than you know.
Absolutely.
We understand that you have lives outside of YouTube. And yes, Buddy and Rob, y'all's thumbnails are getting very good.
That's one thing I don't do. I don't put thumbnails. I should. And I've done it a few times, but
yeah. Thumbnails definitely help pull people in, but I've also learned because, and this is from Corbin and Rich, is you don't have to overdo them.
Yeah.
Like I was like putting all different kinds of words in. I was putting all different kinds of cluttered stuff in, and they helped me realize you don't have to have all that. It doesn't have to be cluttered and have a lot of words on it for it to look good.
Right.
So I'm definitely working on that. It's all right, John. Love you. But one thing I cannot stand is when people put music in their videos when they're talking and they have the music turned up so loud.
Oh,
you can't understand the words they're saying.
Yeah. And that's why I'll try to put it. See, I've gotten to where I'm, and this helps me too. Like I'll just film a little bit for like 10, 15 seconds and then film somewhere else and just kind of add those areas in with the music without any talking. So, I think I'm getting a little better at it, but it is cool. But like thumbnails, like you were saying, some people can overdo them. But what I find helps too, like if I do vlogs and I put downtown Asheville or something, when people put in Asheville, they're going to see that video. And so if you're looking for paranormal, as long as you put something like haunted cemetery or haunted that helps. So. Because some people don't. It just says a walk through a cemetery or something. And there's
the hashtags. That helps a lot too. Yay, John. And the mic picked up what sounded like a loud hissing sound twice, probably an audio issue.
Wow.
Genocide. Wow. You have so much heck there around your house with that kind of stuff.
Wow.
Well, prayers for that person, and hopefully they find that just wasn't worth it.
Rob said he does his editing on his phone, and I have done it in a tablet. Tablet's how I do mine.
I do mine on a desktop, and that's the only way I can do mine. I think it's however you start, though. Like, a lot of people started editing on their phone. A lot of people started editing on their desktop. And I think it's however you started, that's how you know. Because I've tried to edit on a phone, and I'm just like, can't do it.
It's not too easy. I mean, like the vlog stuff that I do, it's my phone. And one thing is about the vlogging part is a lot of it's just, there's not a lot of cuts and a lot of editing I have to do. So that makes it a little easier. But now James does a lot of his stuff. James the fam, I think he does a lot of his on the phone.
Yeah.
Used to, at least.
Yeah. Hi, Twinkie.
Okay.
Hello, Miss
Hello.
Twinkie. I was asleep. I thought I was going to get a phone call.
Well, I had some stuff I had to do right fast, and Layne wasn't here. I was going to have her call you. And I got, and then I realized that I was late for my own show. So
Michael woke me up and he said, "Are you not going on late Amy's live stream?" I said, "What time is it?" I jumped up. I'm sorry I'm late.
oh, it's all right. I would have called you, but I was late too. I got sidetracked bad.
I said, she was supposed to call me.
Well, I threw some text in there, and then I was like, well, thank you, KJ. Love you.
Love you, KJ.
Welcome to Ghost. You're a ghost now, KJ.
What up, miss?
Time travel.
Oh,
You didn't miss like now we're starting to talk more about like editing, and I think we just derailed.
oh.
We derailed big time.
So kind of went all over the place.
Hello, everybody.
To Miss KJ. Georgie,
Yeah.
are you working?
No, I'm waiting to
You're waiting.
get out of the building.
Oh, you must be at the dental.
No, I'm at the school.
Oh, you're at the school?
Yeah, they wanted me to clean today. Blah, blah, blah.
Man, and handsome Seth, I'm glad you're here.
What up, Lynn and Seth?
Love you. I've been caught a lot worse too. I cannot do anything on my phone. I can't edit pictures on my phone. I can't make thumbnails on my phone. I would be lost without my desktop. I'm not very good at that. And Cody, it was so funny because he didn't get a chance to watch the part 2 video. So earlier he was watching it. And so he like stops the video and he looks over at me and he said, you know what would have been better? He said, if instead of just panning up the stairs, if you would have just been walking up the stairs like really slowly and then had music playing and blah, blah, blah. I was like, what are you, my producer? He's like, well, yeah. And then he stops the video at another place. He said, you know what you should have done here? And I'm like, okay. I said, well, you just write down some notes and I'll be sure and look them over.
Isn't it great to have producers?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Yeah. I got my producer too.
I mean, granted, some of his ideas are really good.
Mm-hmm.
But then we were talking about, because I told him I wanted to get my camera that I want. And I said, I want to get a gimbal because, you know, when you move the phone around, it won't like shake and the phone doesn't move, basically, is what I said. And he's like, oh, so I could help film? And I was like,
Oh my Lord. Like you had the phone that time?
Huh?
Like he held that phone the one time when George and all them surprised you.
I go back and watch that, and I still laugh my butt off. That sounds like my editor, Amy.
Amy's like me. The camera has to be in my hand at all times, you know. Marty's filmed a few times, does a real good job with it. I just feel like that. There's a lot of times I'm not with her when I'm filming, but I feel like I've got more control of what I want to do with my, you know, where I'm going or whatever. But
I want a camera person, but we can't find anybody to go with us. Speaking of time travel, I had a kid today that wanted more chocolate milk, so he asked for a redo. Smart. He'll have that video that you got coming out. Looks like it's gonna be bad arse. I think it's gonna be good. I have such a headache going around showing my love to them, the ones that comment on my channel. Yeah, it is hard to get back to everybody, John. I understand that completely.
I hate when I miss comments because it didn't show up. And it's like a week later, and I'm like, oh, man, I should have looked better. So you have to go to YouTube Studios to see all your comments, because there's a lot of times it won't pop up with a notification.
Yeah. My notifications are so bad right now. Like, if I know that somebody's going live, sometimes I'll check my notifications. It won't be there, so I'll just go to their channel and it'll show that they've already started their live stream. It looks like it was an awesome place to live.
Hello, Loretta. Hello, everybody.
I need that stick thing, your phone clips too, that is straight up and down instead of out at an angle. So you need a cell phone tripod.
One thing Marnie used to get me on in the early days of this was, you're panning too fast. You're going too fast, back and forth. And I was like, oh, yeah, you're right. So now I've learned to slow that down some.
Yeah. Well, my problem is my body will turn to where the noise is, but my camera stays where it was at.
Yeah.
Or I have a very bad habit. I talk about how Cody sits and rocks back and forth. When I'm standing still, I sway back and forth. And so a lot of times when I'm editing a video, I'm like, oh my gosh, you did it again. I'll be standing there, and then all of a sudden I start swaying. And where does that camera go? Start swaying. And I'm like, I'm just getting drunk sitting here watching that. I ain't even putting that in there and making anybody else sway. Thank you, KJ. And Sherry, you know what's bad about it now is it takes forever to upload the live streams anymore. So sometimes it won't even notify you that somebody went live until the next day. See, Sherry is seeing it. So yeah, if y'all see the swaying motion, it's not me trying to be creative. It's me standing in one place.
God help if she's ever on a boat.
Oh gosh, that would be double trouble. Amy, I've seen them as a straight bar with the camera on top and the tripod. And it. Oh, okay, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about, Bama. Rob has one of those. So I definitely want, and it's hard whenever you're doing paranormal investigation because you're holding either a K2 meter or a spirit box. You're holding something. It's hard to not have someone else holding the camera for you. And Layne, she just, when she walks, she sways the camera, you know, just swings it down beside her, and I'll have like 5 minutes of footage of walking. And hello, Dad Perfect. How are you? Hello. And so I would love to have somebody be able to go with us and do that. But like the last couple of places, I've taken a tripod with us, and I've put the camera on the tripod and then just stood in front of it and talked, you know.
That is tough. Well, what I do, I have to find a way. Now, if it's winter time, it helps a little better, but I'll have my hoodie on and I can put stuff in that front pocket. That helps. The summertime, but that's a whole different ball game. What I'm learning to do is to put like the SB7 in my pocket, have a long cord speaker to come up to the phone or the camera, whatever I'm filming with, and that seems to help. But you got an EMF in my back pocket. You know, I don't always like to carry the backpack all the time.
Yeah. Yeah, KJ, I don't ever get notifications for you, hardly. I didn't get notifications for JoJo. That makes me mad when I don't get notifications. Because I hate missing people that support us because I want to support them as well.
I don't know what the deal is with that notification stuff.
That's definitely difficult, Bama. And that's why I like having the grip. A lot of times I won't even use the tripod. I just use a grip. That way I can have my light, my camera, and then I can have whatever. But I want to be able to have more control over the camera. So that's why I want to get a gimbal. And Kill Hut, can you please send me the link to the one that you have? Because I know it's not the actual gimbal brand, but it looks like it's a pretty good one. So if you'll send me the one that you have, then I had it in my Amazon cart for the longest time, and I think I finally deleted it. But I really want one. Because like them things get expensive. When I leave a comment on a video, don't worry about getting a heart on it, because I totally understand that the person who made the video gets very busy. I always at least try to heart all the comments. And I try to, Bama, if you'll send me your address, I've got like 5 grips. I can send you one. If you're okay with me having your address or P.O. box. I just gifted it to AK Exploration. I will send you what it is. Thank you, Kill Hut. But yeah, I definitely want to get that just to kind of help. But we've asked several people to go and help us. And they're like, well, what do you film? We're like, paranormal videos. They're like, nope, ain't gonna do it.
Good, that ain't who you got to worry about.
Yeah.
But a lot are afraid.
Mm-hmm. Here, let me show you, Bama. Get my shoes on. That's my bag. Hold on. I gotta get my glasses so I can read the chat still. I know. I do anything I can to see others succeed. Exactly. That's the only way to be. Hey, raspberries. Oh, my bag is a mess right now. Okay, so let me see if I can find the deal that goes on it. Okay, so basically, hold on, let me show you. Let me get it hooked up. Get on there.
Is that like mine?
What?
The handheld. You know how the
side one?
You know the one I've got that I put my camera recorder on?
Yeah, you have a horseshoe one. This one's a L grip.
Okay.
Well, this ain't going to stay on there because I don't think it's the right one for it. But I have other ones. But anyway, basically it's like this. This is like the L grip. And you hold it right here. And then your cell phone thing would go here. And you would like raise that up, put your cell phone in it. And then you would hold it like this. And then it has a place up top for your light. And so the one you're talking about is like this. You hold it on both sides. Or you hold it left-handed or right-handed. But this is, to me, it's a lot more comfortable. And it's really lightweight, but if you you can put a camera on it, you can put a cell phone thing on it or anything like that. I'm about ready to stomp someone or something. I understand, Lynn. Oh, I know.
Man's ready to fight. Mm.
Mystic, my cross is not spinning.
Boy, if it ever does, Amy's going to be out of that room.
Well, send me your address, Bama, and I'll send you one because I've got several of these. Because what I do is I misplace it, and then I order another one. Oh, there it fit finally. There it goes. Okay, so yeah, it just holds on there like that, and you just put your cell phone in here. So if you're left-handed, you can do it this way, or if you're right-handed, this way. So it don't matter. Where'd Georgie go?
Georgie went night-night.
I have several of these grips. And these work good with, well, I think Layne took my little lights the other night whenever the lights went out. But see, you can put a light on the deal like that, and it holds your light, and then it holds your phone down here, and so you're
Lord, if you're middle-handed.
well, then you might have a problem. You're welcome, Bama. So you need a cameraman or a woman, Amy. Either. If they will go into scary places and just film correctly.
Oh,
And
Amy, you were saying that you lost some footage or something?
Huh?
Didn't you say you lost some footage off of your SD card? Was it? Yeah, you was talking about that, right?
Yeah.
I did the same thing. I went to do a video, and three cuts that I did are gone. Won't come up. I don't know what happened to that.
Yeah, I had a lot of stuff that I couldn't use.
I hate that.
Hi, Animated Rob. Bama said, welcome to the what the tech portion of the stream. I would love to be a camera person to follow someone else. I need a camera woman. Amy, are you busy? Did you not hear me explain how I film? Thank you, Kill Hut. I appreciate it. But I've definitely got to get another camera. I can use my phone, but for some reason on my phone, when I hook it up to my computer, it will let me slide the videos over into my desktop. But like 2 seconds later, it pops up this deal that says your device is not connected.
Oh, God.
And so it takes me like 4 days to get 5 or 6 clips off my phone, and it's aggravating. But I've had the camera that I have now, the Canon PowerShot. I've had it for a little over 3 years. And what do you do for a living? I am a cook at a senior center and a dietitian there, menu coordinator, and I run the kitchen. And then we also have a family-run catering business that is we're not doing anything with that right now because of the COVID. So right now I'm just working at my full-time job.
Slim says I'm Michael Litt, and I'll approve this message.
Slim. Are you running for president, Slim? I'll vote for you.
Oh, Lord.
Could you imagine Twinkie in the White House as the first lady? She's like, all right, which room's the most haunted?
Yeah.
I know this place is haunted. All the crazy stuff that goes on in here.
I'll be calling Twinkie. You want to come visit? I'll fly the helicopter right to you.
The White House wouldn't have actual tours anymore. It'd be haunted tours.
Exactly.
All right.
Could you imagine Halloween?
Heck yeah. That'd be a big old party.
Mhm.
Thank you, Rob. Genocide, I don't know if you want my pissiness right now. Well, Lynn, all we want to do right now is make you smile.
Where's Johnny Paranormal?
Ah,
That's amazing, Amy. So I'm honored for your compliment you give me. Oh, you're very welcome, John. As much as I love to cook and as much as I do think I cook good, I would absolutely love to try your food. The Abraham Lincoln, she would never leave that room. Room is the most haunted yet. They'd be like, isn't the first lady supposed to be here for the press conference? She's in Lincoln doing an investigation.
They're doing a press conference in the Lincoln room.
Yeah.
It's a paranormal investigation.
KJ, we love you so much. Message me too, KJ.
I'd come out to the press conference in a Ghostbusters outfit.
There you go.
So I told Layne for our, like, if we ever get to 10,000 subscribers, I said I'm gonna go out dressed as the what's that big, the Marshmallow Man on Ghostbusters. Yeah, and she's gonna go dressed as a Ghostbuster. And we're handing out stickers of, and we're gonna do it on a live stream. We're gonna go out and hand out. So she said, "No, we're not." I said, "You want to make a bet?"
Oh Lord.
That'd be good.
Be the one in the marshmallow costume. That way, nobody sees your face. Barrel ribs, Amy. Come on. They fall off the bone. Oh my Lord, John. Fall off the bone ribs. That's what I'm talking about. KJ, message me. You also a YouTuber, Amy? Yes, I'm also a YouTuber, Mystic.
Is KJ leaving?
Mm-hmm.
Good night, KJ. Love you.
Good night, KJ.
Raspberry says I could talk you through making the proton pack. Awesome. With the Impala. I want an Impala. I want a 67 Impala. Black. Mm-hmm. Layne just noticed that the other day. We were watching Friday the 13th. And of course, you know, the part where the ambulance pulls up, she said, "Hey, that's the Ghostbusters car." I said, "No, the Ghostbusters car was an old ambulance that they fixed up and made into the Ghostbusters car."
Do what, Slim?
As Hank and Peggy Hill or Dog and Beth Chapman. Oh my Lord.
Sam's gonna be a bounty hunter.
I couldn't go as Beth Chapman. They don't have a lift up bra good enough for me.
That's what I was thinking. I need a big old case of toilet paper.
Yeah. Yes, Tampa J just hit 10,000 subscribers and he hit 2 million views.
Woo!
That could not happen to a better person. I'm so proud of him.
He's done good.
His videos are so good. And I can remember way back, whenever he still had them glasses and hat on, and he was just, I kept saying, "I want to see your face. I want to see your face. Go." And I'd tell him, "Go film in a mirror store." They have been in the oven for over 6 hours. That's a secret, Amy. Yum. Oh
yeah. But that is good.
We're going to do something big for Halloween this year because that's our night to go live. We're not going to like interrupt everybody's Halloween, and it's on a Saturday night. So, but we are going to do a little something. I ain't saying yet, but we're doing something. We still haven't figured out what we're going to do for our 4,000 subscribers. We need something really good, though. because everyone on here has been amazing and very supportive. And so I want to do something really good. I don't want to do nothing really gross. I just want to do something really good.
Fly to North Carolina. Right, April?
Exactly.
There you go.
Oh, y'all just trying to get me on a plane.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, yeah.
How long have I been trying?
Mm-hmm. Couple of years now.
I'm not succeeding. That's the sad part.
Just keep being persistent.
I am definitely going to get on a plane eventually. Because I do want to try to face that fear. But you remember whenever we faced that fear on the bridge, and then like several months later, the glass broke on said bridge?
Not going on number bridges.
That could have been us. Is Raspberry Purple Rain. You know, I said that last time too, Slim. Me and Twinkie discussed that too. I was hoping, even though we're so grateful that you're here, Raspberry. Welcome back, Hensley. And Hensley, we're congratulating him as well. His channel reached 400 today.
Congratulations.
Very good.
Hey, G-Paul.
G-Paul.
When I go to the fair, I go on the ghost train. I always get my money back.
Oh, Lord.
Miss Lori, yay. Love you.
Hey, Miss Lori.
I feel very out of the loop right now. Raspberry, we have a very good friend. Her name was Purple Rain. And she had an avatar that kind of resembles yours, but it was purple. And we haven't seen her in a very, very, very long time. And we've all been trying to get a hold of her. And just the way you talk and everything just reminds us a lot of her.
That's a good thing.
That's a good thing. It's a very good compliment because we really enjoy your company and have enjoyed you coming. I miss Purple Rain too. I know she was graduating college, and so she might have just got busy, and that's understandable. I just hope that she's okay. I don't think there's going to be a Halloween here, unfortunately. I don't really think there's going to be much of a Halloween either, but that doesn't mean that we can't have fun. I'm sure the kids are all going to be disappointed too. Like the adults are the only thing that matters.
The big kids are going to be more disappointed.
Yeah. Purple Rain, what a song. Yes, it is. Very good song.
Yes.
Or Sam called her Little Red Corvette. Yep, he did. Just like he calls farm girl, girl with the farm.
Now he's calling Raspberry Corvette. Where are you from?
Raspberry Corvette, where are you from? Raspberry is in
UK.
where? The UK, yeah.
UK.
She used to live in the United States. I can be Raspberry Beret. Party like it's 1999. What are we going back in time, Misty? See what I did there? There's quite a few people that I'll go back and I'll because I like going back and watching some of our old videos and some of y'all's old videos, and I'll see comments on there from people, and I'll be like, where did they go? I'll look on there and it'll say that the last deal that they've done on their channel has been a year ago or 2 years ago. Seen someone say the kids need to sit in their yard and parents drive around and throw candy out the window for Halloween. Good idea. Well, we love you too, Raspberry. You trying to say I'm old, John? Love Halloween. It gives me the chance to get rid of my out-of-date sweets. That's a good idea. You know, I've seen a lot of those birthday parties where people will drive by and do the whole throw the birthday presents out the window and stuff. Oh, we dress up every year, Loretta.
Did you see the video I posted, or reposted on Facebook of the mother was sitting in a swing outside, and it was Mother's Day, and all she wanted was a hug from her son. So he brought her a package of toilet paper, and I forget what else. And then he put a big, like, human-sized bag over his body. And his mama ran up, and she was like in her 80s, she looked like, and he just ran up and cried. So everybody took turns putting the bag on so they could hug each other.
That would make me cry too.
It was sweet.
That was a good one. I like that.
Good night, Hensley.
Good night, Hensley. Congrats again. A lot of this stuff makes me, I think my hormones are like off or something because a lot of this stuff makes me cry anymore. But that's what I was saying earlier. This weekend we're going on a road trip, and because we got to get Layne out of this house. She's getting cabin fever big time, and it's really starting to affect her. So we've got to get out of this house.
So you're not doing a live stream?
Yeah, we'll probably do a live stream that night, but because we're going to mostly be going there, because a lot of the places that we're going to, we have to be there in the daytime. Good night, Corbin. Love you.
Good night, Corbin.
Thank you so much.
Good night, Corbin. Love you.
Oh, love you too, Lynn. Wifey. I hope your night gets better, Lynn. It's a business in the UK doing Halloween. They drive around in a bus collecting sweet. I found out they were for our local sweet shop. Oh, Lord.
Well, ladies, I think I want to hop off and head to bed.
All right, Troy. I'm not going to be on here much longer either. It's been a great conversation tonight, though. And don't forget, next Thursday night's going to be about the Bermuda Triangle.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, I love anything that has to do with the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. All right. Well, I hope everybody has a good night, and I love you all, and I will see you later.
Good night, Troy and Mandy.
Good night. Love y'all.
Love y'all too. Good night.
Maybe a little, Lynn. Was you trying to make me cry? Oh, my Lord. And in comes Nolan. Ain't a ding dong.
Hey, hey, Nolan. Let's get ready to say hey, Twig.
Good night, John. Love and hugs to you.
Good night, John.
Man, I watch his channel and I starve.
He does some good recipes.
Yeah, he does. I was watching one the other day, and my nephew Hunter, he's been coming to work with Greg, and he was trying to write down the recipe. And Greg went over there, and it was like scallops something, and Greg was like, "You got money?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "You got a place to buy all that stuff? Because they ain't got no place around here to buy it."
G-Paul, people been saying hello to you. Slim said hello. Twinkie said hello.
I said hello to you. A lot of people have. I said hello right after you came in. Love and hugs to you too, Loretta. I guess I am a time traveler. I'm from the future, and in the future, you no longer call me a ding dong. You call me a twink. He must not be able to see the comments or something because a lot of people said hi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still all full from my SmokinJoe E page yesterday. Laugh out loud. All. Before I go, hey girl with the farm and happy birthday, Layne and Tori, in case I forgot.
Oh my Lord.
Good night, Slim. Love ya. Thank you, John. That Raspberry says she's from the future. It's 4:30 a.m. in the UK. Well, for that matter, Twinkie's from the future too, because they're an hour ahead of me.
Yep. So see Nolan
in that there triangle. I believe so too, Mystic. I give up. Autocorrect has it in for me bad tonight. Nolan. Good night, John Boy. Get the belt, Lori. And I did talk to Farm Girl for a little bit earlier. She said she would message me later. So I didn't really get a chance to find out how she's doing and stuff. But just continue to keep her in your prayers. And Julie, of course, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And also keep 303 Paranormal in your prayers. He lost 2 family members today, both of them from COVID.
Amen.
So continue to keep him in your prayers as well. And next Thursday night, we will be talking about the Bermuda Triangle, having another little discussion. This was fun tonight. And Saturday night, we will try to be on. We're going to go to some pretty cool places. I'm excited about going to them. And like I said, one of them, in a way, has something to do with my grandpa. So I'm going to be putting some little history in there and pictures from him. And my dad is really excited about it because he gets to be a little part of the video. So I need to, Bama. It's really being unruly. What is today? Thursday? Yeah. Tomorrow night, Twinkie will be on. Tomorrow afternoon, well, about 5 o'clock, my mom will be on All Shucks on Facebook doing her show. And then Twinkie will be on tomorrow night, Entity Paranormal Investigators. So y'all make sure y'all check her out as well. And then we'll be back on Saturday night. Don't know what we're going to be discussing, but it should be fun. Amy, if you do see the future, what year is it that me and Sherry start going out? I hate to be the bearer of bad news. I'll just leave it at that. 2 words for you, Laura. Gorilla Glue. They have Gorilla Super Glue now.
Oh, Lord.
I need to get some of that for my nails. I'll send it to the corner. Rob and Buddy live. There you go, Lori. Good night, Mary. Love you.
Good night, Mary.
I'm about ready. I can imagine, Lynn. Then that solves that Amy can't see the future. She thinks the answer is bad news. We'll just let you figure it out on your own, Nolan. Okay, guys, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it a night. I have an early morning in the morning, and I know most of you do as well. So make sure you check out Twinkie tomorrow night, and if you do get on Facebook, make sure you check out my mom's channel over there. It's called All Shucks with Vicky. Her link is usually in my description, and her YouTube channel is on our featured channel. So make sure you check those out, and we'll see y'all Saturday evening, Saturday night sometime. I'm not exactly sure what time we'll go on, if we're going to be on the road, if we're going to be at home, what yet, but I will let y'all know. But thank y'all for coming in tonight. We had lots of fun, and we love you guys very much. Y'all mean the world to us. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.